Welcome to the council meeting, the Sydney City Council meeting, Tuesday, February 24th. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Open Meetings Act is over there on the west wall. Are there any comments by the public? Approval of council minutes from February 10th.
All motion to approve the council minutes from February 10th, 2026.
A second.
Kirkman,
Yes.
Coons,
Yes.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
2025 fourth quarter chamber report, Joe McCarn.
Hello, gentlemen. Sorry I'm a little late getting here with my report. Been facing a few health issues and whatnot lately, so, but thank you for being patient with me. You should have gotten this in your packet. So this is our complete 2025 chamber report, and I urge you to look through that. Just want to do some highlights on that tonight. The strength of Cheyenne County is not found in its borders or its infrastructure. It's found in the grit, passion, and partnership of the people who do business here. Our mission drives every decision we make. We are here to drive economic vitality by empowering local businesses and enhancing the quality of life in Cheyenne County. A mission statement is only as strong as the actions behind it. This year, we took logical, transformative steps to turn those words into a reality our members can feel every day. The most significant shift was our commitment to listen. We restructured our committees to focus specifically on who we are as a community. We recognize that to serve Cheyenne County effectively, our internal structure had to mirror the actual faces, families, and business owners who make this county unique. By aligning our work with the people we serve, we have ensured our initiatives are resilient and hardworking as the community itself. To bridge the gap between the chamber and the public, we expanded our team by hiring a community engagement coordinator. This role was created with a clear purpose: to amplify your voice and increase your visibility. We have opened new channels of communication to ensure the chamber is a transparent, accessible, and powerful advocate for every member. Whether we are welcoming a new neighbor with a resident packet or advocating for business-friendly policies, we are ensuring that Cheyenne County remains a premier destination for growth. When I look at our community's potential, I see a thriving landscape of innovation and vibrant local industry. I see a 2035 where our downtowns are bustling, our local shops are the cornerstones of our streets, and our quality of life is the envy of the region. We are building a future where the next generation of leaders is supported and where opportunity is limitless. And so I'd ask you to take particular look at some of the things in this packet that I gave you, particularly pages 4 and pages 8 through 15, which list some of the accomplishments that the chamber had in 2025. Also pages 20 through 23. Page 17 talks about how we're focused more on our community and how that breaks out. And page 20 talks about a few of the organizations that we have collaborated with over 2025. So the chamber has done a lot. We're still doing a lot. We just did a ribbon cutting on Monday to celebrate the new owner of the Super 8. Used to be a Motel 6, but now is a Super 8. On March 14th, we are doing a scam awareness seminar. Basically, we've noticed a huge uptake. I assume Sam has probably noticed the same thing. A lot more scams have been hitting our residents lately. And so we as a chamber, Highline Internet, and Quit IT Solutions have all come in together and creating this seminar to try to create more awareness around trying to keep people from falling for the scams. Also on March 24th is our Ag Social. So we'd love to have as many people there as possible. We'll have some great socialization as well as honoring our agricultural community, the industry that really is the backbone of our county. And then on June 6th, Girls' Day Out, but we're changing the name to Chambers Day Out because we want guys to come too. We want guys to spend money in our local stores, not just ladies. Of course, we want the ladies to spend money, Kim, but trying to get people in the doors to our businesses. So, any questions about all that?
Where's the 14th? Where's the scam deal at?
That'll be at the Elks,
Elks. And the Ag Social?
at Lazy S Ranch. Yeah, Ag Social starts at 5. The scam awareness at the Elks is from 3 to 4, doing it during the day.
Okay.
So.
Okay, you know, I always got something for you, Joe. So it says there's a quarterly report. What's your biggest success in the last quarter? I think I can guess, but go ahead and tell me.
I would say Dancing with the Stars was our biggest success.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
great.
then I'm surprised.
Yeah, it was great to be out there. I mean, everybody that went had a ton of fun, and I think it was great community support. So, yeah,
Okay.
Dancing with the Stars was amazing. Overall, in 2025, I think our biggest accomplishment was just the transition that the board made to being more community focused. And so, if you went to the annual banquet, you know that I awarded the entire board with our chamber board member of the year, and that's why, because they did a lot of work. They did a lot of stuff outside of our normal hour-long meeting that we do every month, and it was great to see them all come together and really refocus the chamber on the community instead of being inward focused. So,
Okay. Next question.
okay.
What would you say your biggest risks that you see over the next year? Biggest risk to the chamber or its members?
The biggest risk for its members, losing focus, I think, on where we can go.
Okay.
I think a lot of stuff gets in the weeds in any community, not just here. There's a lot of distractions from where we're going, and the difference between a successful business and a non-successful business is the strength of its business plan. And if you write a business plan, I think E3 has an event coming up talking about business plans actually, but if you write a business plan and then you don't follow it and you just don't pay attention to it, your business is bound to fail. But if you keep that focus on where you're wanting to go and where, even as a community, where we're wanting to go, then you can achieve great things. So, not that you don't have problems, but focus helps you overcome the problems.
Okay.
So,
So you're going to help them stay focused.
as much as I possibly can, yeah, as much as they'll let me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. There's one thing I've been curious about that I don't think everybody's asked you this, but so obviously we got the funds that we give from the city into the chamber. Is that designated to like a specific purpose, or is it part of the overall? It just goes into your general.
The chamber right now doesn't have designated funds per se. It is actually something we're considering for future items.
Okay.
But right now, everything just goes into the general fund.
Okay.
So it more goes into the overall operation of the chamber and supporting our businesses.
Okay.
On that, though, the contract is stipulated on where these sections of that is broken down.
There are
into
specific
it.
things
Yeah.
we do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, I believe like 1,500 this quarter is supposed to go to a certain thing. It's like 6,500 or something like that each quarter, right?
Yeah. All those things cost a whole lot more than what you guys.
Right.
are
But I mean, that's
providing,
where
but
that
yeah.
money is supposed to be going
Right.
technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, doing business retention interviews is one example, and so
Okay.
we've already done 7 of those this year. 25 is the goal for every year. So, and 2026 is the transition year for that business retention interview stuff. So that really makes a big difference in 2026. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but that will determine funding for the city, basically, for 2026. So we're taking it very serious this year. So,
That's all I got for you, Joe.
I got one. So, and we
no,
talked
this would be the
about,
second one.
well, I got one additional one here. So in your weekly newsletter, there was one part, and some people messaged me on it that said, quote, pick winners. what do you mean by that when you were talking about, well, you know what it was, but it's in there, pick winners. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Sure.
for us?
Yeah, and you and I talked about this some, but really that newsletter in particular, and several of my newsletters lately have pointed out problems that can happen in a community, not problems that are necessarily happening here. And so I don't see that on the county level or the city level, or even any level in our county at all, that winners are being picked. In fact, the chamber, one of our goals for this year is to help the election process by doing maybe a, what do you call it, a open house for our politicians, where they can come and meet the public, and it's more of a neutral ground type of thing, where we're not having fights and arguments, but where we can all sit down together and open up. So we do support Cheyenne County. We support City of Sydney and all the villages, and we're excited to be a part of that. Picking winners, I do see the point that you made and that people brought up to you. That in itself can sound pretty bad, but that was not intended to be pointing out any problems here. It's just, this can happen. This can get in the way of business. Doesn't mean it does here. So.
Is there any more questions? Joe?
All right, thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
You guys.
Street improvement project bids. Don Dye.
Good evening.
Hey, Don.
Don Dye with MC Schaff and Associates. The city has planned for kind of 4 separate projects, but they're all kind of tied together, and that being 12th Avenue from Illinois to Hickory, 11th Avenue from Illinois to Hickory, and then Hickory from 10th to 12th. And then there's kind of a block off on its own, which would be King Street from 9th to 10th. We did take bids on these projects on February 12th. We did get 3 bids, the low bid being Mark Chrisman Trucking of $1,148,325. The engineer's estimate was $1,554,150, so it was about 25% less than the engineer's estimate. Chrisman Trucking has indicated a start date of June of 2026, which was a little bit later than what they put in their bid, but still enough time to get the project done before winter. With that, we'd recommend award the project to Mark Chrisman Trucking. And I'd take any questions you guys might have.
I don't know if this maybe falls to Josh. Were we, as a city, planning to replace anything else underneath that concrete before? Water, sewer, anything like that? As part of the
I need to
plan?
follow up with Tom and Joe, when we have any conversations. I know there was just some conversations with the gas pipe on there, but outside of that, we can follow up with Tom and Joe on it.
I've got a question, Don. I think I've asked this before, but you're going to educate me again.
No, that's fine.
Mobilization. Explain to me what mobilization is.
Mobilization is just covers incidental, so it covers bonding cost, it covers, say, travel cost, it covers insurance requirements, it covers, there's a few things that are maybe subsidiary to, like, one thing we do is sprinkler repair. We make the contractor do that for no charge if they get into somebody's sprinkler. So that kind of tends to be a catch-all for stuff that's not in the bid items. And the reason you do that is that way they don't put all that cost into your bid item. So if you go, say, over on a bid item for a reason, then you're just paying for that bid item. You're not paying above and beyond that. So, and the mobilization, I think, typically we see it around 10%, which, just looking at Mark Chrisman's bid, it's about that 10% amount.
A little less, maybe.
Yeah, a little less. So sometimes organizations will limit that to 10%, but that's kind of the industry standard.
Okay. When I hear mobilization, I think of them having to get all their equipment down here.
And that's part of it, yeah. And then, from them, from traveling from Scottsbluff, I'm sure they're putting their fuel mileage in there, their stuff like that. So if they stay the night, hotels,
Okay.
things like
The
that.
reason for my question was that it seems like if you get it all down here, you're going to stay down here and do all 4 of these. So I'm like, there's mobilization in each one.
Right.
Why does that need to be I think
Well, and the reason I didn't put it just in one is because we were trying to separate the cost for each street. And so if I just put it in, say, the first one, which was 12th Avenue, then that would be inflated over what
Okay.
the other ones were.
All right, thank you.
Will this affect downtown sounds right around there?
On street.
Oh,
Just on Hickory Park,
agree, okay.
they should involve it, depending on when they do it. That's closer to would be as Hickory.
Okay.
And it wouldn't include the intersection at kind of 10th and Hickory. It would kind of start to the west of there. and
Okay.
move to the 12th, so.
Is there any more questions?
I guess I forgot to mention, Mark Chrisman has done work here in the
Yeah, he
city.
did. Yeah.
They did
Hey,
the
the golf
overpass
cart.
repair, and then they did the parking lots around town, and some of the miscellaneous concrete repairs. So, forgot to mention.
And
that.
Riker's the one who did this street out here, right?
Riker, yep.
A couple of them.
Yep. They did this one, and then they also did Forest.
Yeah.
Do I have a motion to go with Mark Chrisman Trucking?
I'll motion to approve the bid from Mark Chrisman Trucking for the street improvement project.
Second?
Coons,
Yes.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kirkman.
Yes.
Thank you. And Northside Park revitalization, Josh Hanson and Keenan Johnson.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council, Josh Hanson, interim city manager, and this.
Keenan Johnson with Brickyard Consulting from Shatter, Nebraska.
And I just want to give everyone a background. City of Sydney applied and was awarded 2 separate grants in 2024 for the revitalization of the Northside Park. So this project includes sidewalk improvements, removal and replacement of existing playground equipment, and construction of a new splash pad. So we received $562,000 from the Nebraska Game and Parks, and then $600,000 from the Civic and Community Center Financing Fund for the total grant award amount of $1,162,000. So we contracted out with Brickyard Consulting, who's been instrumental in advancing the project through the planning and design phases and preparing the necessary documentation for the bidding side of things. So just want to provide an overview of the grant side of things with that, and then I'll go ahead and turn it over to Keenan Johnson, and he can go over the bid specifications.
Awesome. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Thanks for having me today. As Josh mentioned, I'm Keenan Johnson with Brickyard Consulting from Shatter, Nebraska. It's been a couple years that we've been working on this project. Early 2024, we were awarded the preliminary design, which we completed towards the end of 2024, which then allowed the city to go out for funding requests. And that took a couple months, 6 months maybe. In the summer, last summer, we were awarded final design, and so we worked with city staff to finalize just details, specifications, and then anything else that we wanted to, I guess, improve in the park. So then last week, we finally submitted final contract documents to the city as well as Game and Parks, as was required by the grant. We did receive some comments back from the Game and Parks yesterday, I believe. Very minimal, but does not hinder the city to go out to bid at all. But at this time, I guess our recommendation is for the council to approve this project to go out for bidding. We do have an anticipated bid date of April 2nd, which then would potentially allow the council to award a contract April 14th at the council meeting. And then I'm happy to answer any questions council may have regarding the project.
Do you see any issues getting contractors in this part of the?
I don't. I think, as Don Dye presented just a little bit ago, I think Chrisman Trucking would be potentially interested in the project. I know I talked to Anderson Schott of Scottsbluff today. They're potentially interested in it. Riker Construction's obviously out of Scottsbluff, and I think they'd be interested. And I did talk to Wamsley and Weiser out of Sydney, and they were interested in taking a look at the project. So I don't see any issues.
Okay.
Majority of the work is concrete with some grading. Obviously, there is playground equipment there. I anticipate that probably be a subcontractor
Yep.
to a GC as well as a splash pad, so.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any more questions?
You may have mentioned this, but I might have missed it. So who came up with what's going to be in the park? Was city staff involved?
City staff was involved as well. We did, or in preliminary design, we did do some city input. We put out a survey, and allowed them city input, and from there we went through and we met with city staff several times to develop the plan for the park. I guess if you guys don't have the plans in front of you, it includes a 30 by 40 steel pavilion, like about a 1,500 square foot splash pad, and then 2 separate playground areas, one for 5 to 12-year-olds and then one for 2 to 5-year-olds. So.
Okay. Some of the stuff that's on there, it's kind of set by the game and parks on what has to stay, right?
Correct.
Whether it's a splash pad or shade, stuff like that, which
Yeah.
surprised me when I heard about that, so.
If you guys have the opinion of cost in front of you, we did break it out. And so the base bid does include everything the grant's going to require, just so the city is able to meet all the grant requirements. And then any of the additional, I guess, bid alternates are if the bids do come underneath budget, the city has the option to select whichever one they feel they want to, so.
Okay.
Okay. And we got the game plan from the Parks Department. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Any concerns on the splash pad, extra things you're gonna have to do there?
Yeah, there's in the contract, that they will have to come back 3 separate times, so. So in this,
Sorry, Chase, you gotta start all over again.
in the specifications, there are three times they have to come back.
They'll do original startup. I might misspeak on this a little bit. They
Yep.
do original startup, and then I believe we have them come back in 2027 as well, 2028 for startup and shutdown. So,
Okay.
Another big thing in the specifications is the 2 years that they have to, I guess.
Warranty.
Their work, so that's big as well.
yep, we did increase the warranty period. The standard is 1 year. We did increase it to 2 year just because we won't be able to start up the splash pad probably this year. It'll probably be a 2027 project
Okay.
that gets started up. So just to help protect the city on any potential issues that arise over the next couple of years, so.
And you guys can do this on timers, right? To where this is set, say, start off at 1 o'clock. I know some of the people that asked me about the water just running up there continuously. There's timers that shut it off at certain times of the day, so that way, right?
Yeah, so it's all operated by a foot feed, and you can adjust all those. They're pretty much just like sprinkler valves, and you can adjust so it only runs for 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and then they have to go and hit that foot feed again. Not 100% sure, like at night, if we're able to just completely shut it down. I'm guessing there's probably the ability to, but.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Chase mentioned, like there will be a controller that's in a closed area that is just like Chase mentioned, just a timer. Turns on at, say, 7 a.m. and we can shut it off at 5 p.m. at night or whatever, and that can be adjusted obviously. Often they're just solenoid valves, and so they operate just like the sprinkler system does, and so they'll run
See
in.
kids down there at 10 o'clock at night jumping on those things.
Yeah.
I'll motion to put it out to bid.
I'll second.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kirkman,
Yes.
Coons.
Yes.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Yep, thank you. Historic Preservation Board, Josh.
So the Historic Preservation Board consists of 7 members, 3 citizens with an interest in the history and historic preservation of Sydney, 4 real estate owners of property located in Sydney's historic district, and members serve a 3-year term. Appointment to the board are made by the city manager and are subject to confirmation from the city council. The city manager seeks confirmation of Jennifer Halligan for her first term on the Historic Preservation Board. As a citizen at large with a strong interest in the preservation of Sydney's historic district, Ms. Halligan would be an asset to the board and would fulfill the 7-member requirement. Some background, the vacancies were advertised in accordance with the city's guidelines for handling board and commission impending vacancies. Ms. Halligan's application is the only application that we had received. Ms. Halligan has previously served on a variety of boards, including as president of Fort Morgan Chamber of Commerce and as a member of the executive board of the Fort Morgan Lions Club. So her experience in risk management, policy evaluation, and financial oversight will be a valuable addition to the Historic Preservation Board. So my recommendation is to confirm the appointment of Jennifer Halligan to her initial 3-year term ending February of 2029. And this action will fill all current Historic Preservation Board openings at this time. Or we can go back out for advertisement.
We always appreciate people wanting to jump in and help out.
Here either today.
Is there a motion to add Jennifer?
I'll motion to add Jennifer to the Historic Preservation Board.
Second.
Radcliffe.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Kirkman.
Yes.
Coons.
Yes.
Bondegaard.
Yes. Now on to the CDBG Downtown Revitalization Extension Request.
All right, so within your packet is a formal letter we are looking at submit to the Nebraska Department of Economic Development requesting a 1-year extension to complete downtown revitalization project funded through the Community Development Block Grant. So we're requesting that the final completion date be modified to May 17th, from May 17th of 2026 to May 17th of 2027. Previous action in 2023, the City of Sydney was awarded $435,000 in community development block grant funds for the downtown revitalization. The original end date, as I mentioned earlier, of this award was May 14th of 2026. And although the project experienced a slower start during the first year, significant progress was made in 2025 and continues into this year. 3 projects were successfully rehabilitated in 2025, including Price Cream, Spring Creek, and Fox Theater. In 2026, 2 additional pre-construction conferences have been completed, with construction anticipated to begin soon. Additionally, another applicant has recently been approved for participation in the program. So based on the current funds expended and those committed for upcoming project, we are currently at approximately $100,000, just a little bit below that, remaining in the program reimbursement funds. And we are confident that we will be able to allocate the remaining of these funds, but just to give us a little bit of leeway between the time, we would like to formally try to extend that for another year. And we do have David with PAD as well too. If you want to add anything, David, or you have any questions for him specifically?
Yeah, I covered most of. Hello, everyone. I'm David Wilenko. I'm managing this grant. So I just wanted to. A lot of it got covered in that. There's roughly 100,000 remaining. So we want to do the extension to give us one more building season. Then let's see. As we wind this down, I would say, let's see. So far, the contracts have ranged anywhere from 16,000 to about 133,000, to give you kind of an idea of the scope of the project. So there's not like, we can't say, you know, oh, the average amount is 50,000. It really depends on the variable of the business. So we have about 100,000 remaining. So we can't say, you know, is that 1 project, 2 project, 3 projects, 4? It just depends on the bids and how much they're looking for reimbursement. So this gives us that extra season to get that done, because generally about this time next year, there will be no new projects. We have to close it out, right? So that helps us out there. Additionally, we are looking to modify the program guidelines. I want to put in a criteria in there as we are running out of funds. You know, if we come to a situation where there's $50,000 left, but we have 4 applicants, all with $20,000 projects, who do we choose? So we have submitted about modifying our program guidelines to include a criteria for the State Historic Preservation Board to help make that decision of who gets this and that. And then just to cover possibly a question, if we have $6,000 left in this, then we can still get that spent. Whoever would apply for that would just know you're most likely not going to have a 75 reimbursement. You would just get that remaining 6,000, whatever that came out to be, you know? So, or if someone had a small project, it could be used to something like that. But the goal is to spend it all down to the last penny. So
So is it usually based on first come, first serve?
that's how we've done it. That's how it was originally written. I took over this. I didn't actually write the initial grant, but yes, that's how it was put, as first come, first serve. It's been slow enough. There was enough funds. It really wasn't an issue, this year. But like I said, there's $100,000 left. I believe our program guidelines have a $100,000 cap on reimbursement. So, I mean, technically, one applicant could be entitled to all that if they apply in time, right? But we're just trying to cover our bases there.
We have a couple of them looking at it right now, aren't they?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least one, more of that's still on the fence about. The other ones, most of the so Paul has done his pre-construction conference, correct, for Aliens and Stranger Things and Sungraph
Oh, yeah, Broward.
on there. And
Yep.
then Wendell has done his construction conference as well, too.
Yep, I have one pending contract right now where the contractors just have, once you introduce Davis-Bacon and you have to learn what the federal wages you have to pay, that's why we have that pre-construction conference. So it allows the contractors to go back and adjust their bids. So I can't give an official number until that contract is, but yeah.
Della's Cafe is a recent one, but that's still in the beginning phases of that. And then Safe at Home as well, too.
Safe and Home, I just received that.
You just received the Safe at Home.
So it's
too.
looking like we probably won't. This is just like a safety precaution because it looks like it's going to be taken
Yes.
care of, so.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, and if we weren't doing this extension, I wouldn't be taking applications right now.
Okay.
Right, because it has to be closed out by May.
Okay.
So we do this year extension, we're good. I have heard, and I've tried my best to squelch them as I've come across them. I have heard there was rumors this program was gonna shut down or not be extended, or the state was gonna grant it. No, I mean, I can't speak for an act of God or if something happens, but for the most part, I'm in communication with the state on a daily basis, and they've known that we were gonna ask for request an extension for over a year. So everything's kind of, going as it should.
Okay. Perfect.
Are there any other questions I can answer while I'm here? I have been working with, as Melissa has been reintroduced into the picture. We have a good communication going back and forth. She's a lot of help getting applications in and working with the applicants.
Is there a motion for the CDBG downtown revitalization extension?
I'll make a motion, we go for the extension.
Second.
Lee,
Yes.
Kirkman,
Yes.
Coons,
Yes.
Vondergaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe.
Yes.
Yep, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Federal Transit Administration Title IX Program, Sydney Transportation. Casey.
How are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. I actually printed off some easier to understand, just end of year charts, because right now I have a chance to brag about our numbers and what we've done. So this one's actually a little bit better. That other one was a fiscal year. I got one more here for you, Jeremy.
Oh, we can share. It's all right.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
All right. Public transportation is continuing to provide safe and reliable transportation for the community. As you can see from the chart, city transportation set the record again for the highest ridership with the year, with 38,378 rides. We are on track to keep the rider number around 35,000 this year. We have made changes to our schedule and number of drivers to help curb the hurt from the previous 30% reduction from the state, and we are able to keep numbers up and passengers happy. As you guys know, we stopped the Saturday route. I think I came and talked to you guys about that, and we can guess usually when we're going to have slow days or slow weeks, so we're able to knock a driver off for that week. Drivers understand if we're slow, we'll let them go. And then at the end of the week, we get done with our lease with the other bus barn that we had right next to Rude's, so that'll save us more per month. So we've taken the necessary steps to be prepared and be ahead of the curve on the 30% reduction, which, hats off to the guys and everyone helping us that we can able knock it down so we don't have to get rid of anyone or reduce our hours or anything else coming up while keeping our numbers high for the year. So, really proud of our team for getting that done. For what we're here for today, Title VI is something that the state and us here at City Transportation take very seriously. All of our buses have a Title VI policy and complaint sheets on board, as long as a lap paperwork to help if there's any communication problems. Sydney is a diverse area along the interstate. We have made a lot of accommodations to people, truck drivers and stuff coming off the interstate, so we've had multiple situations. This packet just shows that we are taking the necessary steps to understand our Title VI policy for us and our drivers, and if there was any problem, the chain of command that would need to be notified. So what Title VI is just the diversity, discrimination. It's different from ADA. You know, ADA is wheelchair accessible, disabilities and stuff like that, where Title VI is religion, sex, gender, you know, everything that falls underneath that category. And so when it talks about our lap plans, is we have our Title VI notifications, and we have them also in Spanish on all our buses. And then also we have a sheet where if we do not understand what they're saying, it has a sentence in, I think it's like 20 different languages right now. So then they can point to that, and then we can go to the state website and print off the Title VI complaint, or, you know, just our information in that language. So this is just to help bridge, you know, the language problems sometimes that we might have with some of our riders. Since I've been here, we've had 0 Title VI complaints. I hope to keep that up. It's something, you know, being the best people that we can be for the community, helping others. You know, like I said, we get trucks off the interstate, and it's sometimes hard to communicate, but we do what we can, and we're able to provide those rides. And, you know, like I said, Title VI is just, we have our own board in case there is any troubles. It's composed of HR, Chief of Police, City Manager, myself, and Christine Radke, our dispatcher. So if anything does come up, our board will meet and discuss it, and then get the findings to the state, and then the state will, you know, come back to us. So this is just saying, you know, that we are prepared for everything, and we are taking the necessary steps. And then having Title VI in place also secures us our FTA funding as well. So this is just a step in our budget that we need to do. Do you guys have any questions? I went off there for a minute.
I don't have anything on this. Do you have an idea what you're, like, comparable to other communities? Like ride-wise, what they're doing too?
You know, honestly, when we had a meeting for our Nebraska managers, and Scotts Bluff dropped a number, and I think they said they did like, it was 42 or 44, and I looked at it, and I'm looking at my people going, holy, like, we are doing like some right things. I know they do not do as many school kids as we do. I think they do a couple daycares where we offer for every school, and I know that helps us a lot. But when you just go number to number, we are competing with a lot of big ones. I actually had FTA out of Kansas City call us and say, what are you guys doing? Like, we don't understand how you guys are doing this. And I said, you know, obviously, like I said, school kids help, but Christine Radke at Dispatch is amazing. Bus wraps that we're able to do, being more buses being available, community seeing us, just all of it has just compiled up to really increase our rider numbers. And like I said, it's been great. You know, obviously when I started, we were around, you know, 10,000 riders, and now we're up here. So I'm still learning a lot, and so makes it kind of difficult sometimes with continued growth and then a budget cut. But we're doing so well as a team, I believe.
More questions?
I don't have any questions on Title VI, but thanks for that.
Yeah, I knew you like numbers. Like, yeah. Well, the other one was really hard to read because it goes off. That was a state one that goes from fiscal year to fiscal year. So, like, most of 25 wasn't even in that chart. So it was kind of harder to understand. So I just, you know what, I'll go year to year. I know that's not what the state uses, but you can at least see what we're doing and the growth that we have in the community, and the, you know, we help out with Oktoberfest. I'm going to say it wrong. What's the Wild West days that we have?
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush days. We help out with that. And, you know, we've even helped out with some swimming nights at the pool and stuff like that. So We do work a couple weekends, but that's, for big community-wide events, so. All right.
Okay.
Other questions,
There's no
guys?
action here, right?
Yep, no, there's no action. I just need to get up and let you guys know what we're doing and how we're doing it, so.
Thank you. Thank you,
All right,
Casey.
thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Casey. Nebraska Advantage Act Employment Investment Growth Act Tax Refund. Kagan.
Good evening, Council. City Finance Director, Kagan Carwin. So the purpose of this memorandum is to provide an overview of two state economic development programs, the Advantage Act and the Investment Growth Act, and just provide documentation to you guys that we had received these from the state. We've talked about it in the past, this past fiscal year, and what that's done to our sales tax. And we did get 2 letters here this year, but the state offers these performance-based programs designed to encourage business expansion, capital investment, and job creation within the state. These programs are administered by the Nebraska Department of Economic Development, and they are approved at a state level. Both programs allow qualifying businesses to receive funds or credits of certain sales tax after meeting investments and employment benchmarks. So, like I said, we got 2 letters here, and I think they were scanned in maybe a little bit backwards. So the first one that we received on November 19th, 2025 was for a reimbursement of $66,499.54. And in December, that $6,500 will be deducted in November of 26. And then on December 23rd, we received a notification for an additional deduction in December of 26 for $225,767.97. So financial implications for this is we will lose that in next year's refunds in the sales tax line item. So more or less was just trying to be transparent, let you guys see what I see when the state email or messages or sends me these letters in the mail, and let you kind of get prepared as we go into budget talks for next fiscal year. So any questions?
On this, and not kind of looking this up, and we talked to Stroman a little bit about it with Senator Stroman. Mike Foley is looking into this, right? Because there's some concerns on how some of this is going, right? And how they're investigating how these businesses are working and who's requesting this and how it's being distributed. Because we can't look at this, correct? Like where these funds are being distributed to?
Correct. So there was an article, I believe it was published last week, from the auditor's office, just asking the Department of Revenue to do their due diligence and making sure that the businesses that are making these claims are businesses that are here, within the state of Nebraska or are completing their full guidelines. I mean, when it comes down to a sales tax program like this, no, there is not the ability to review the documentation and make it public, I guess.
Because it's a sales tax, not a taxed.
Correct. So it's a proprietary function sales tax of a private business, not necessarily something that's public related. So even though those funds are public sales tax, and like anything we do with sales tax is under the open records request in the state of Nebraska, this is one of those programs that is not.
It's not levied
Correct.
funds. Okay,
Correct, yes.
That's where that difference is. Okay.
So, and one thing I guess I forgot to mention too, so both of these programs have sunset. The program that lives today is the Imagine Nebraska Act. And there is 2 tiers within that program that offer a sales tax credit reimbursement. So. Anything else? Perfect. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Ordinance 1887 approving revision of the City of Sydney codified ordinance.
This is an annual ordinance approving and editing an inclusion of certain ordinances that have been previously approved by council and submitted to American Legal to update the codified ordinances of the city. I recommend that the council approve the codifications for ordinance 1887.
Is there a motion to designate ordinance 1887?
So moved.
So second.
Kirkman,
Yes.
Coons,
Yes.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Clerk, can you read the title, please?
1887.
Motion to waive 3 readings.
I'll motion to waive the 3 readings.
I'll second.
Coons,
Yes.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kirkman.
Yes.
Motion to pass ordinance 1887.
I'll motion to pass ordinance 1887.
I'll second.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kirkman,
Yes.
Coons.
Yes.
Clerk, could you read the number, please?
1887.
Motion to publish ordinance 1887.
Motion to publish ordinance 1887.
Second.
That was a tie.
Radcliffe.
Okay. Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kirkman,
Yes.
Coons,
Yes.
Bondegaard.
Yes. All motions passed. City manager reports.
Just got one quick report out that Lieutenant Ruiz will be officially swearing in tomorrow at 11:30 at the Cheyenne County Courthouse. So if you all have time to show up for that, it'd be greatly appreciated.
At 11?
11:30. Correct? Yep. Okay. Just to make sure. That's all I have right now.
Kim? Do you have
I
anything?
don't have anything.
Or Kendra? Sam?
Josh, will you
Oh,
pass
the
the
microphone.
Mic him up.
mic him up?
I don't have anything.
Tonight we sit at 29 views, so definitely a popular night for you guys.
Hank?
Well, we, about just doing normal maintenance. We do, however, have started on that dip on Lodgepole Road. There's a dip there that we're replacing. We got half of it done. It's going to get poured tomorrow. So if any of the citizens ask you what's going on, you know. Other than that, normal maintenance. And we're being able to do some of these dips since we ain't getting no moisture before the irrigation season gets here. Because even if it don't rain, irrigation comes, and then we can't do those dips until the fall again.
Lori?
I've got a couple dates. April 25th, we'll have our tree giveaway. This year, we're going to hand out 110 trees. It'll be our 40th year, so thank you to the council for approving for those purchase of trees. And then the second thing is we are going to open the pool May 30th. So it's usually a week later than we're used to, but trying to get lifeguards trained and school ending, as we had to push it back a week. So May 30th.
Casey?
I will, forewarning, I'll be back next council meeting. We have NATP board meeting coming up, and we get a proclamation for Public Transit Week. That's coming up in a couple, well, I think it's the 13th. I wish I had good vision here. 13th through like the 17th of March. 14th through 19th. I can't see it. 20th. Anyway, sorry. We have that coming up, and then we will do like a buy one, get one free pass for the rides. I know in the past, Walmart has donated rides. SRMC donated a day of rides and stuff like that. So just things that we can do to say thank you to our drivers and our passengers. So that'll be coming up, and I'll do a little, kind of talk about the proclamation more when that comes up.
Jeremy?
On the city manager search, Chris with CGE conducted interviews last Friday, Monday. So we should be hearing back from him with the last 3 to 4 candidates from him. And hopefully we can get something going here shortly. So some more news.
Brett?
Big basketball tournament going on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There will be a ton of kids, tons of families crawling around this town. So if you have a retail business, if you have a restaurant, you should see a nice little inflow coming in there. And if you're not usually open on Sunday, maybe think about being open on Sunday, just because you'll get plenty of traffic there. Oh, and then it's basically being put on by the community center, and I think they're looking for volunteers. So I think they need scorekeepers. Maybe they need some refs. So if you're an able body, and you know anything about basketball, maybe go and volunteer.
Rob?
Well, first off, I want to remind the public that we are in the time of year where we set sewer rates. So keep an eye on your water usage. And 2, we've got a fundraiser for Mark Dvorak this weekend at the Elks.
Okay.
He had a stroke, so
What day?
it's the 28th. Doors open at 4:30. They're having an auction and some food, so.
How do they determine those sewer rates?
You take the average of January, February, and March's water bill, and you put it into the equation, and that sets your sewer rate from April to April.
So with these cold nights, I should quit taking baths? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Don't water your lawn.
Put it
Stop
in the water.
showering, stop washing your clothes, and don't water your yard.
If it snowed, I'd quit watering it. Okay.
Well, I guess tonight is Lori's last night as being a city clerk with us. We do have a little present for her.
No. Bring him on, come on.
She's really not a city clerk tonight.
What? Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
You gotta be in the picture.
Come on, guys.
Cover the course.
We'll just move behind.
Yeah, I'll just do one of these.
Bunny ears behind.
Come on, Rob. Oh, that wasn't good. Just use mine. Oh, Kagan's gonna do it.
Yeah, I'll just get the side spot. Okay, now we're done.
Yeah, that works too.
Smile.
It's okay. You get it?
Thank you for your 35 years.
You're still coming back. Thank you. One problem with your retirement. We're still going to see you on Monday.
Trying to make me cry again.
Get too old to do that.
Okay,
Okay.
everybody ready? Motion to go into closed session for the purpose of contract negotiations for city clerk.
I'll motion to go into closed session.
Do that
What?
one first.
Let's take care
Is
of
Jason here for that?
Flip flop them.
If we can, because it's the same thing, right? We can go with the personnel first?
Sure.
Okay.
So go the city manager first?
Yeah.
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 I assume that's why Jason's here, right?
I think that he's here for this, yeah. Or are you just here in attendance? Are you gonna be
Really bored.
No, No.
Did we do a motion?
To go
Oh,
into
we haven't
closed
done
session?
anything yet. Sorry, so what'd you say?
I thought I was on the agenda for, yeah, I didn't look at the agenda for the.
Ambulance.
Support our ambulance service. If you don't have it, I can come back.
Okay.
Okay.
I looked.
Okay, well, let's, if that's the case, let's start with the contract negotiation.
Contract.
So I will make a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of contract negotiation.
Okay.
Second. Second by Radcliffe.
Second.
Radcliffe.
I was just gonna explain to them what it was and why we're doing it.
That'd be great. Let's.
Lee.
Yes.
Sorry, we just did, what are we doing right now? Yes.
Coons.
Yes.
Bondigar.
Yes.
Radcliffe.
Yes.
Time is 6:20.